What's up, people? It's Darlington here again, and in this video today I want to show you something that you must have been looking out for in this channel, and I think is about time of the year that people or other YouTubers in this sort of software development realm normally release this sort of videos. So it's a video on your 2023 roadmap on Web3 development, okay, and I'm going to show you how this works step by step. Please like and subscribe, hit that notification bell because you want to be on this channel. There's dope things coming, especially as this new year is about to come. Get ready because there's a whole lot of hot stuff coming into the channel. All right, I'm excited. Let's get into the video. Okay, this is the Fullstack Web3 Developer roadmap in 2020. Okay, your step-by-step guide roadmap to success. So in this video I want to show you step by step. Right now I'm going to go from tools to tools, from all the things that you need to do, to crush, to check in your bullet point, in your cross out from your list to be able to certify yourself as a Web3 enabled developer. Okay, because some people may not be Web3 enabled, so this roadmap is going to get you enabled as a Web3 developer. Okay, so first of all, you can argue this is very important. You need your front end. Okay, and normally front end comprises of a HTML, knowledge, CSS, and JavaScript. Super important if you're going to be a Web3. I'm not saying a smart contract developer. Yes, you can be a smart contract developer and yet you are not a full Web3 developer. I'm talking about full stack Web3 developer right here. Okay, you need the front end and the back end. So knowing HTML and CSS and some front end frameworks such as React, Angular, Vue is pretty much important. Okay, I would recommend that stacks, front end stacks around React, Next.js, React Native. Any one of these will really serve you well. Okay, so you need to get that together. Super important for you to proceed and become that full stack Web3 developer. Okay, on the back end you need Solidity. Okay, Solidity here is the language most popular for developing smart contracts for the Web3 realm. Okay, we also have Solana, but Solidity is like the real gem. You got to know that Solidity. You understand that Solidity is very sweet. It's nice. I like the syntax. It has this kind of sweet syntax like the one of C. It comprises of syntax from C++, Python, and JavaScript. So it kind of is very smooth to the. If you're already a Python or a JavaScript developer, it's just gonna be feels like you're at home. Okay, so that is one of the things about Solidity. And if you learn Solidity, the advantage is that you can actually write one piece of smart contract that can run on multiple chains, such as all the EVM compatible chain, that is Ethereum virtual machine, all the chains that are compatible with Ethereum virtual machine, such as the native EVM, Polygon, Avalanche, and so many other even the Binance smart chains. You can use your smart contract written in Solidity and apply it to this other chains, blockchains, and then they will still run effectively, saving you a lot of time and hassle of doing things one after the other. Okay, the other thing that you need to know is a Web3 front end framework. Okay, a Web3 framework is very important because it will streamline and facilitate the processes that is involved in you writing and automating the production or the development of your smart contract. Is quite important that you learn this thing. Please do not meddle around this, because if you're going to get a a Web3 developer job, they're going to ask you if you know something like hard hat or truffle. Okay, some people are always onto hard hat nowadays because it's kind of popular, but I would also recommend truffle. Okay, truffle has been there before hard hat. Okay, truffle is, truffle often work hand in hand with Web3.js. Okay, they have been here. They have some really, fantastic, process involved in writing, a smart contract, deploying it, and all of those things. I've, I've shot videos, full long tutorials when I use Truffle framework with Web3.js to write a full-blown Web3 application. It's on the channel here. Just check all those, that playlist called React for DApp, and you find all of them. Pretty fantastic. So you need to know Truffle. Okay, I would recommend you should know that. Okay, and hard hat is like the hottest right now. It's newer compared to Truffle, but it has its own advantages. And I think, in my own professional opinion, I would tell you to learn both Truffle and hard hat. Okay, because you don't want to miss out on any opportunity that could present yourself to you. So hard hat and Truffle does just about the same thing, and you're gonna enjoy them. But just like Truffle is naturally defaulted to Web3.js, hard hat is is on the other hand naturally defaulted to Etas.js. Okay, so I'm going to show you more things that you need to know. So other than a Web3 framework, the next thing I need to understand how to use is a Web3 library. Okay, in this category we have Etas.js and Web3.js, and I'm going to show you about them in a moment. Okay, Web3.js, okay, it's the intermediary that enables your front end to interact with the smart contract that lives on the blockchain. Okay, so without this sort of library, you cannot communicate with your smart contract. So Web3.js rocks. It's been there for a while before Etas.js came into the board, and Etas.js has been crushing it. Everybody have been running to Etas.js, just like I've advised you of hard hat and Truffle for you to learn both frameworks. I'm also advising you right now for you to learn not only Etas.js, which is like very hot right now, having high download rates. Everybody are moving into it. You should also learn Web3.js. The both of them, get to understand them, because if you're going to be like a full stack Web3 developer, you should be able to know how to crush these two piece of libraries. They are very important. Okay, so these two libraries are not to be negotiated, okay, when it comes to Web3 development, and I've shot videos on hard hat Eta and Truffle Web3. So there are videos right here on the channel that you can just check, and you will learn how to build a full stack Web3 application, okay, using Etas.js, hard hat, Truffle, and Web3.js, all on the channel for free. All right, with that said, the next thing on the line here is you need to learn Node.js. I need to tell you this thing. This is the truth right here. For you to be really, really good at what you do, in the Web3 development thing, you need to know how to write some important task, with Node.js, which is JavaScript in the first place. Okay, you should know how to write a script that can do stuff like testing of your smart contract, simulating of your smart contract, seeding your smart contract. Okay, what is scripting? Scripting is basically the logics, your software logic that helps you to perform some certain task on your smart contract, such as being able to interact with it without basically using a front-end framework such as React. So you can use a script to interact with your smart contract that is on the chain. So you need to know how to script with Node.js. It's quite important, and I've actually written some videos and I've showing you how to actually use Node.js and with for scripting, for performing some automation, for scripting, for testing. If you check that playlist called test-driven development, you understand, you will really see the reason why you need to understand Node.js. Another one is testing, for testing reasons. As a blockchain developer, you need to know how to write test-driven development or behavioral-driven development. So you need to know how to do that. And I actually have a playlist where I've taught how to do testing of your smart contract and even simulating the behavior of your smart contract and actually interacting with it, all of this. And another one, which I'm actually preparing a video to shoot on in this channel, is seeding your smart contract. You also need a Node.js, Node.js skill, writing of a script that will enable you to seed data into your smart contract, because you cannot always be using your front end to use a form, enter a data manually and all that. All those tasks are very, very time consuming, and they don't really give you the best of experience testing out your smart contract and simulating it. But with seeding, knowing how to write a script to seed your smart contract, to seed information into your smart contract, is a gold mine. You need to understand that. Okay, and lastly, for the things that you need to learn is what? A Web3 SDK. Okay, Web3 SDKs are very popular now. They're like all this Firebase SDK. They are not like pure stack Web3. Do you understand this thing? Why I would say this? A Web3 SDK is not completely Web3. Is a hybrid of principles of Web 2 and principles of Web 3 brought together. But you need this, because when you're making some projects that has to do with you doing for example, if you want to write a project that has to do with no gas minting, like people can mint a project without gas, you need an SDK library such as WebWire. Okay, WebWire is they have this thing where you can mint without gas. And if you want to really make things fast, without any kind of complicated ideas around that, because I must tell you the truth, Web3 is not like easy, is a lot easier to do Web 2 than Web 3. Okay, but once you understand Web 2, it's a lot easier for you to do Web 3. Okay, so but with Web3 SDKs, you can really automate and make things faster, make the development faster, easier, and even much simple for a Web 2 guy to follow up without needing to learn so many things. All right, but there's a downside of it. Of course, it's not purely Web 3. And so it is still controlled massively by the Web3 SDK provider, the company that wrote it. So some companies that are currently offering Web3 SDKs are like Moralis, Third Web, WebWire, and so many other. Even Alchemy has one, and I believe Infuria has one as well. So you need to know how to do this, because it will be important. It will come to you. Some project will come that it will require you to know how to do all this Web3 SDK stuff. Now, with that done, there are other parts. You see, one thing that is wrong with most developers is that they just think that after they learn how to code and everything, doors will just open for them automatically like that. No, you need to put yourself out there. You need to understand how to put yourself in the world, for the world to see you, to see your works. You understand? It reminds me what Jesus will say, let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works, right? And glorify God. So basically, what I'm saying here is that you need to put your works out there so that it will shine, so that people can see it. Only you with your project in your little room we produce no attention, we grab no attention. So you need to put it in a place where people can see your works, and your works will start getting attention and start speaking for you and start drawing attention for you. Even while you are asleep, people are researching about you. So this part of this roadmap is focusing on that. Okay, how do you set yourself up for you to become so much in demand for you to set your credibility, star to shine, for you to get yourself to be able to for you to be trustworthy. You understand that? For other people can look at you and say, oh man, I've seen the works of this person on the web. I think I can trust this person. I think I would like to work with this person. You understand that? You need to set yourself that way. So how do you do that? I would recommend that from the onset, from the time that you jump into wanting to know Web3 development, you should already your mindset should already be geared into this direction. And how do you do that? First step you need to do is build projects. Okay, from the onset, you should have something in mind that you want to build with this technology. Web3 development. Choose something simple and build it. So you must build projects. For example, if you want to build an NFT minting website, focus on that road until you achieve it. Okay, doing this will speed you up faster, and faster than you will ever realize. All right, so you must choose a project, simple project, and just build it. Be project oriented, don't be just tutorial oriented, else you'll be stuck in tutorial hell. You understand that? So you can't go to tutorial hell. You need to go to the project heaven. All right, so the next thing that you need to do is teach what you build. Teach what you build. Okay, these are my secrets right here that I'm sharing with you. You need to teach what you build. At the time you finish building your project, start teaching others how to do the same. For example, through writing about how to implement an NFT minting website step by step. So you can write an article and teach people a simple tutorial. This is how you implement MetaMask wallet connection on your DApp. This is how you build an NFT minting site by writing about it step by step, being able to lead another person and help that person to solve their problems in your tutorials, in your writing, and all those sort of things. You need to be able to do that. Okay. And another step that you need to take is being able to share what you build. That thing that you've built, that thing that you've thought about in your writing, now share it on popular developer communities such as on Medium, Dev.to, Hackanon, and even don't forget Facebook groups, Twitter, LinkedIn, and many other. Make yourself visible and credible for hiring. You understand that? So you need to set yourself up this way, push your works, make people to see your works. Okay, that is how they are drawn to you. Okay, they are not drawn to you with you just hiding. All right. And lastly, the thing that you need to do to perfect yourself and to set up yourself for that Web3 development work is to repeat the task that I've just told you, which is build project. Teach what you build, share it with others. You need to repeat this process over and over and over again. And trust me, and then you start applying for works. And I bet you, people will connect with you. You will find many people reaching out to you for you to come and work with them, do one thing or the other. So these are my secrets. And as simple as it sounds, it is very powerful to produce results. Okay, so do not joke with this thing. So this is the Fullstack Web3 Developer roadmap in 2023 that I will recommend to you. So that is all I got for this particular video. And before you go, I want to show you something. All right. Okay. Before you go, I want to show you my book. Okay. I just released this book of recent. I don't know if you've seen it, but it's called Capturing Smart Contract Development. This book is loaded with massive amounts of information on becoming what smart contract developer. Okay, so you learn this thing, and I bet you if you follow all the steps and the ingredients that I mentioned in this teaching, it is going to just solidify your understanding of not just smart contract development but the blockchain itself. Excuse me. So you need to understand how the blockchain works, and all of these things are captured in this book that I've written. All right, it's very cheap here, you can just see it, so just check it out. It's also on Amazon. If you prefer buying it from Amazon, you can buy it from Amazon. The links are in the description section here. So I also have consultancy section, so if you want to chat with me and you want me to give you some tips or advice, or to help you out to resolve something, to solve a problem for you, alright, I have an hourly consultancy which you can book here as well, and then hourly Web3 classes. This is all I have to tell you for this tutorial, and I hope you've actually learned a lot from this video, and if so, I'm gonna see you in the next one.